Quidditch. Born in the mind of JK Rowling, the spellbinding sport was brought to life on the pages of her Harry Potter series and on the big screen of the hugely successful film adaptations. So you'd be forgiven for thinking, standing in the mud on a cold and extremely wet morning in Parliament Hill, that this simply isn't it.
So you score with the quaffle, like in handball. You can score in any of the three hoops from either direction and they're worth 10 points. But you tackle like it's rugby, so it's one-handed tackling from the front, you do a wrap, you bring them down. But then you also have elements of dodgeball in it. So there's two players on each team who can use dodgeballs. They're the beaters, and if you get hit with a dodgeball, then you have to stop playing. So you have one quaffle that we're trying to score with, three dodgeballs, which two players from each team are trying to use to beat each other out. And then the hide and seek aspect kind of comes from the snitch, who's a person who comes in and he has a tag hanging out the back of his shorts, right? And the seeker goes on, and it's basically like tag rugby. You're trying to pull the tag from behind his shorts, and then once you have it, the game finishes.
The sport in the Muggle world, that is to say our world, has all the same rules as Harry Potter's Quidditch. So where are all the flying broomsticks?
This is our Quidditch broom. It doesn't look much like a broom, but it is. So when you're playing, you have to mount your broom, and if you let go of it, that means you've dismounted your broom. They used to have wooden brooms, but they're too dangerous now, so you have these like plastic PVC poles
that don't split and break.
Yeah, but you did hit someone, didn't you, with your broom?
Accidentally.
Yeah.
So there's no magic and there's no dress up, so why would anyone want to play?
If you really like being in pain and being thrown about, you can play as a seeker, so you'll try and get the tag, and then the snitch runner will like grab you and just smash you into the ground over and over and over. People who are sadistic tend to like that position a bit.
I love the competitiveness and just how massive it really is. Like, you've got these very passionate people that really love what they do and what they're about, and they go extremely hard, and they're willing to travel all over the country just to play a few games.
Rob Barringer set up Quidditch UK in 2011 as a way for all the Quidditch teams that have popped up across Britain to network, and it seems that for these sportsmen, Quidditch has moved far beyond the pages of Harry Potter.
The thing about Quidditch is it's one of the only sports that is mixed gender. So basically the official rules for Quidditch means that you have to have two people on your team playing at each time who are a different gender to the other people.
I got tackled while running towards the hoops on the other side, and I'd probably say that that was like the best part of the whole thing, was that there's no bias. Like, I'm not going to be, because you're a girl, I'm not going to be soft on you or anything like that.
Probably about like a third of the people who play are Harry Potter fans, and 2/3 of the people who play don't kind of dissociate the Harry Potter side from Quidditch. It's still called Quidditch. You still run around on a PVC pipe that's called a broom. You still use quaffles and bludgers, but it's about as far detached from the fictional sport as you can get.